Welcome back, All Sports. Art Wander, the Tiny Tot, member of the Buffalo Broadcast Hall of Fame, in studio with us. And Artie, let's talk Buffalo Bills. Rex Ryan, who is really embracing this community. The latest is he's got like a four-wheel drive truck, big truck, painted with Bills logo all over it. I mean, he wants to buy a house with the most snow, although he may rethink that after this winter. Your take on Rex Ryan's first month as a Buffalo Bill coach? As a Buffalo Bills coach, he's gotten a lot of publicity for Rex Ryan. He hasn't really got into the stuff that the fans want to hear. How are you going to do on the running game? How are you doing on the offensive line? Who do you like in the draft? Who do you like in free agency for the offensive line? Now, a lot has been made that they're interested in the free agent from San Francisco 49ers, where the offensive coordinator came from, but you'd hear nothing about it. You know what I mean? Whether or not they Gore, the running back? Pardon? Who are they interested in? A guard. An all-pro guard, because the offensive coordinator from the Bills now, Roman, coached him in San Francisco. So you're actually the first guy I've talked to who's a little bit negative about Rex Ryan. Well, he's done a lot for himself. His name, Rex Ryan. But how does that translate into what the Buffalo Bills are going to see? You don't expect him to really give all the trade secrets out yet, do you? Well, the only thing he said was, we're going to run ground and round. You know, hey, you got to have an offensive line to do that. I think he said ground and pound. I think you just mentioned a restaurant. I'm hungry. Okay, so E.J. Manuel. It looks like they're going to give E.J. Manuel another shot here. Well, I'll tell you something, okay? Everybody, everything you read, everything you hear on the sports show, and everything is, well, we need a quarterback. I think that E.J. Manuel started 14 games and was victimized by the lack of good coaching on the part of Marone and on the part of Nathaniel Hackett. Hackett was the quarterback coach 2 years ago, did nothing to develop this kid, and then he became the offensive coordinator and did less to develop this kid. Let's see if the current quarterback, David Lee, is going to do something and say, hey, this kid's got a lot of stuff going for him, so we're going to develop him. I think they're going to give him a shot. Marcel Darius probably is looking at all the free agents this year, and if he's looking real straight ahead to next year, then he's probably looking at, are you ready? Franchise me. Because I have the strong belief that they're going to franchise Hughes this year and then try to work out a longer-term deal for him. And next year will be Darius's term, and they'll franchise him unless they get together with it. If Darius continues on the pace he's at, he can he's going to make a ton of money. All right, let's switch gears now. Okay. UB Athletics. You wrote a great column last week about Danny White and UB Athletics. You're not real crazy about the first of all, I know you don't like the fact that they came up with the moniker New York University. Oh, New York, what is it? New York State University at Buffalo, something like that. You don't see that anywhere except on the jerseys or when Danny White talks, because all you hear about is UB or the Bulls. Go back to it. That really is a terrible move. Yeah. I don't think that Buffalo wants to be associated with New York. No, I really think he misread the room when he did that. That was a move an outsider would make, not somebody who's from this community. Now, the other thing is, Buffalo has really been doing pretty good. The UB Bulls basketball team has been doing pretty well, getting 18, 19, 20, 21 wins. Now, all of a sudden, he brings in an inexperienced head coach, Bobby Hurley, who made his name at Duke University as a guard, etc. Now he's a head coach, and White brought him in. The buddy system at work, and I have a problem with that. Similarly with the coaches for the women. You know, when Sal Buscaglia was the coach of the women's team, 21, 22, 23, great recruiting. Catherine Jacobs, Tiffany Bell, you know, real good scores, and they were putting 4,000 or 5,000 into the stands at that time, but they were winning. Buscaglia was winning, and Reggie Witherspoon never should have been let go,
because he had the program going in a good direction.
Well, and that's what you wrote last week, and I thought it was a very good article. Hey, we're almost out of time, but I want to mention
I
real
haven't
quick,
finished.
I saw one of the legendary disc jockeys from WKBW Radio, Don Burns, passed away this weekend.
Oh,
I don't know if you knew Don.
No, I met Don on several occasions. We never worked together. I worked with. Then I understand that Joey Reynolds is coming into town.
Yes.
Very shortly. Yeah, so that's going to be.
But you didn't know Don, but yeah, he was a big name in Buffalo radio and just passed away over the weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Artie, it's always great having you on the show. Do you want to say a final goodbye to the young lady from the VA?
Carol, you are awesome. You are the one. Keep taking good care of the tiny tot. And you too, Nick.
And that gets you a free flu shot.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you only need one.
Yeah, I know, but one in each arm wouldn't hurt.
Art Wander, he's a member of the Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. We'll be back to show you some great high school wrestling photos, a little bit more about Fred Jackson and some ACC basketball right after this.